You know, September 14, 2010 was a pretty good day. I think all of you were there, if I remember right. We were next door and we dedicated the facility. But it was a little bit incomplete because what we didn't do on September 14, 2010 was we didn't talk about the people that got us there. And that's what we're going to have the honor to do today a little bit. Anybody seen A Dream Becomes Reality on YouTube? How many people have seen it? Kathy Hughes, producer. Kathy and Judy, wonderful production. Because what we saw on there were the people that made all this happen. And the great thing is, we got to hear in their own words how it came to be. We have Denise Goodson here. Growing up with animals in her home, she starts Friends for Animals, which became Citizens for Animals, which became Buncombe Humane, which is now Asheville Humane, because she wanted to add, at the suggestion of Bill and Mark, the humane part of it, because what we were doing was not humane. And we had Harold Patton here working with the best he could, 20 years working, trying to put Band-Aids on that place. But we didn't give him the tools. He said he'd like to work here, but he likes being retired even more, right? But we have Denise working at the pound. You remember the horrible cement death chamber, gas chamber. And that's just, we just didn't know better. And it was horrible. But these people brought us up. Denise and Bill got so much, Bill McKelvey, I'm going to talk about in a minute, got so much on the commissioners at the time. And I think I was actually on the board at that point. We said, you do it. And that was probably one of the smartest things we did, because what happened, we started raising the awareness of people that you have to, there's certain professional ways you have to handle this. And if you don't do that, we're letting down all the creatures that we're having to deal with. Denise talked a lot with Commissioner Doris Geeson-Tanner, who's here, who tried awfully hard to improve it, always supportive, but couldn't get it because you didn't have support among your commission. But she wanted it, she understood the problems, and Denise certainly explained it clearly to her several times. Denise had the pet adoption days. Wow, River Ridge has never been the same. Look at 100 animals some days. What a great model. Marilyn, all of you. We're going to talk about each one of you, but I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. Is Pam here? Pam Ivy? Is she?
No, she doesn't answer her phone.
Doesn't answer her phone. Debbie Mitchell?
No.
Okay. But what Denise said is right. She said, it's like a dream. And she said, God loves animals. And there's nobody here that has any doubt about that. Bill McKelvey. Denise has some health problems. She needs help. She needs a businessman, a businesswoman, to move this professional standards that are starting to come up. Enter Bill McKelvey. Bill doesn't know much about animals, but knows a lot about business. He saw the death chamber. He saw what it was to bring these animals to Greenville to get spay-neutered. And he said, we got to do a better way to do this. There's certainly a better model here. And Bill McKelvey, as y'all know, is a national leader on the business model for low-cost spay-neuter that has helped God knows how many communities, animals, throughout the, not just here, throughout the country. And we owe you a huge round of applause and a debt. Marilyn Walker, tireless promoter. Walk for Animals. It'd be freezing or it'd be too hot. She would always be there. You start off 75 people, raise $1,500. 13 years later, $555,000 toward the things. The momentum you gave us on the walk was instrumental in all this. Because that's money. That's money, one-day event, took an interest, loves animals. I've had so many conversations. It's rare we have a conversation we don't talk about animals. And I'm not talking about political animals. I'm talking about real animals. Nancy, quote, "This is the proudest thing I've ever done." Education, spay, neuter, need better facilities, got to do better. Our community is better than this. And it is, because of you. Mark Paulus. Now, Bill said we need someone that can really, has the background to pull all this up professionally and make it happen, because we're doing the best we can. Harold's doing the best he can. Dar's doing the best we can. But we need somebody that knows the current best practices. Mark, your 2 years here put us on the map, did the final pull to get us where we wanted to go, and this is also all about Mark Paulus.
This is a day that God has proclaimed. I'm not a very good speaker. My heart is busting right now. I thank all of you for the friendships that we have shared over the years. We couldn't have done it without you. There are not too many county commissioners that want to listen to people hurting, their animals who hurt. I want to say that we have chosen the perfect place for this plaque. I don't know if y'all realize that or not when you chose it, but it is perfect because this is where they come through, those that are scared to death, trembling and hurting and hungry and lost. This is where they come. And this is why we started Friends for Animals, the very reason. Next door is a no-kill shelter. Those animals over there are pretty safe. They're going to find a home. But here, this is where we connect. Friends for Animals connects with this. And we appreciate you so much for hanging this plaque in this room.
Like Denise said, I want to thank our county commissioner, David Gantt. Without David, I just don't see this happening. Not only through working with Denise, but working with me one-on-one for the fundraiser he mentioned that was a 15-year run that hopefully made a difference financially, and not only financially, but like I said on the video, at the time when I was growing up and first became part of Friends for Animals, no one was talking about animal cruelty in this county. It was just the norm. And when I became a member of the board of directors, my desire was to focus on animal cruelty and to get something done about it. And we've got a ways to go, but trust me, I was born and raised here, and we've come a long way.
I came here to retire, and instead of retiring, instead of finding another job, what I found was a calling. And I didn't realize I had found a calling until I had the two opportunities. One, I have to say that to get the county commissioners of Buncombe County to turn over the management of the animal shelter, the first time ever in North Carolina, the privatization of an animal shelter, was an incredible job. Thank you, Doris. And I believe that what you did was the right thing to do. Yes. And Friends for Animals was given the opportunity to hire the best there was. And the best there was a retired vice president of the Humane Society of the United States, Mark Paulus. And Mark Paulus turned the shelter around and initiated programs that live on today. What we should all remember here is without Friends for Animals, there would be no Asheville Humane Society.
I guess we've all heard the saying, it takes a village. There's no one person that pulls it together. It's really an effort by so many people. We had 4 founders of Buncombe County Friends for Animals, which became Asheville Humane Society. Innumerable executive directors struggling before me, not innumerable, but several. County commissioners that tried very hard to make a difference. It finally came together, and it came together, I think, largely because of the leadership of David and Doris, Bill McKelvey, Denise, Nancy, Stacy, and bunches of other people. I was a facilitator and nothing more. The business of an animal shelter is giving animals a second chance, a new life. And there is no home that's better than the second home. You know, I have seen, because those animals are selected, and the people are screened, and it's a match that works, usually from the very beginning and forever after. And the work that's being done now by the Buncombe County Animal Shelter, as well as the Asheville Humane Society, has really transformed this community. And it will never be the same. I mean, this community has gone from being an also-ran in the whole business of animal control to being a leader nationwide. I'm really proud to have played a small role in that, but there are many people that have given as much or more, and I got to thank you all for giving me the opportunity.
Well, I am so glad to see you here. I remember when I used to go over and volunteer, and that's when I found out all the bad things I was hearing about the county shelter. Yeah, I was tilted. They did care. They just were doing the best they could. So thank you. And then I met Denise, and it was on. But anyway, I just like to say I am really proud of, you know, you got started. You weren't on the commission when we first started this battle, so you were like a big gift to us. I'm sure to you too. And then, you know, and then all of us came together. I mean, people, Stacy, we all worked together in so many ways. Bill McKelvey made this gigantic step forward for us. And so we all worked together. And now I'm looking over here at Jim Fulton, who I just think is wonderful. He's playing with a kitten. It's his job, and he does it well. And I am very proud of everything, yes. And we love Jim. Thank you.
A couple of things. Most of my animals have come to me as strays, and I've gotten a few from the different shelters. And in 1984, I went with my former husband, who was my fiance at the time, to get a kitten. And I can just see how, and I knew they cared then, they just had not a lot to work with. And the kittens were like, oh, just a ton of them in one cage. And the dogs in the same room. And it's just nice to see how far we've come to make them comfortable.
I just want to thank you guys because of what you guys did. You laid the groundwork for what we're going to be doing in the future. As Mark said, or someone said, we are now a national model, and we're going to continue to do that. We're a partner of the ASPCA, one of 10 cities in the country. And even though we're doing it, it's all because of you. And all I have to do is thank you for having enough to go against the world to make this happen, and for having a vision, and for making it come true.
Folks, this is about you. We didn't do it last time. This is makeup time. And I wanna ask Commissioner Peterson to say a few words, and then I would like Denise and Bill and Mark, whoever, and Marilyn, all of Nancy, all you pull off the thing, because this is about you today.
I think we've heard how important this is to everyone here, but I want to speak from just a little different perspective. And that is, when I left home today, there was a young lady at our house, and she's about 3 years old, and her name is Yellow, and she came from this spot right here. And that, to me, is what it's all about. You folks have put that in place. And when I left, my husband, Bruce, said, now, Carol, you can't take the pickup truck, because I know if you do, you're going to have it full of animals when you come home. But to me, the experience that we had when we needed a companion, and we wanted to give a home to a great girl. We came here, and Joanne Morgan and I were talking before we gathered all together here, and she talked about a puppy at her house who follows her husband around. Well, Bruce does not make a step that Yella does not follow him around. It's a match made in heaven, and I have each one of you all to thank for that, because you made this facility available. You made it feel that folks in Buncombe County could come. You could be happy when you came. You were happy when you left. You loved the howling in the back. They howl when David spoke. They're howling a little bit when I'm speaking. But they're letting us know that they're back there. They appreciate what each and every one of you have done to make this facility possible. So as an owner or a part owner or a mother of one of your animals, let me say, and as a citizen of Buncombe County, how much I appreciate what each one of you did. It's more special to me than I can say. So thank you very much.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh gosh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful.